Hello everyone, this is CrazyCowMM here, and welcome back to another weird video. I haven't been, all my videos have been weird lately, I don't know. But yeah, today I just kind of wanted to talk over content with you. So if you've noticed, I'm starting a new series on Factions RPG. I'm also going to be starting an SMP series, and we're going to keep going with Simple Life. I've not stopped that, don't worry about that. I'm going to keep going with Simple Life. And so you're like, and so it's almost like, aren't you a map channel? What's happening to the maps? Are the maps going away? Yeah, they are, is my essential answer. I don't think they're going to go away immediately. I might still record a few map videos here and there, but it's very, very difficult to keep up content with just maps. I'm struggling. Hold on, I want to get a better background, actually. This is kind of a more interesting background. Yeah, stuff. There we go. But recording map content is extremely difficult, because, and not just recording it, editing it is actually more difficult for me, at least, as well. So, on the recording part of it, hold on, this is really weird, I'm trying to figure out how I want to, okay, we'll just stick with this side, it was working better. But on the recording side of it, it's harder to record map content because they don't come out every day. New maps just don't happen all the time, and especially not new maps that I am willing to play. I try and stay away from parkour maps because, most of you don't know this probably, but I genuinely have anger issues, and this isn't a problem. Normally I don't get angry easily. I've kind of, figured out how to not get angry, but parkour maps get me angry, and they get me very angry, and I don't like being angry like that. It's not fun. So I can only record those when I'm really up for it, and like you saw on the parkour, I got very angry at that map. I tried and cut out most of it. You don't just see that, but I got genuinely angry at that map, and that's not something that I want to be doing when I'm recording. It's not, recording's for fun. I'm recording for my fun, my pleasure. I don't want to be enraged when I'm recording. It just takes the fun out of it. So that's part of the reason, because parkour is a huge genre right now, and I can't play parkour. So that's the thing. And also, with editing maps, I try and, it's really weird, it's not weird, it's just how I edit them, but I try and edit map videos like tutorials. Well, I treat them like tutorials. For me personally, they're tutorials. I'm showing you how to do this map, so here you go. And so I try and not cut out the puzzle. I don't want to cut out how I got to the puzzle, how I got to my completion of the puzzle. I don't want to cut any of that out, and it's a struggle because then I can't, I've lost half of my ability to cut out things, and I have to sacrifice some things that I don't want to sacrifice, and videos end up being generally longer than I want them to be. I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the screen. But they end up being generally longer than I want them to be, and it's so difficult because I treat them like that, and I can't not treat them like that. And someone just texted me on Discord. They just Discorded me. They're like, why? I don't know why. Anyway. So, yeah, that's that. So, yes, I am transitioning. I'm transitioning away from maps. I think I'll probably only be playing adventure maps from now on. Because I love those, because I can read out my silly voice lines, and it's just a great time. I am in love with adventure maps. So, yeah, so what content are we moving to? Well, we got Factions going, we got Modded Survival, and I'm going to be starting an SMP series soon. I got invited to an SMP as well, so we're going to be checking that out. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to try and transition towards that content, and hopefully we get invited to more things and get more exciting content. And survival and factions content is, at least for me, significantly easier to edit because, another thing with map editing is that you cut out these tiny pieces and you're like, right there and right there, and you don't get much cut. But with, stuff like factions and modded survival, you cut huge, at least I do kind of as my content strategy or editing strategy. I just cut large portions of the video, unless I'm making it uncut, but I cut large portions of the video where I'm doing boring stuff, and finding, you just make a few big cuts, and that's more what that's like. And then, you may be thinking, well, if you're transitioning away from maps and moving to, the factions and survival and stuff, how does that equate to less videos? And actually it doesn't. It does not equal less videos. It does not equal not a video a day. I'm sorry that I haven't been doing that, but YouTube isn't the only thing I do online. I'm trying to keep life out of this. I do life stuff as well, but I have enough time online every day where I could be recording a video a day, definitely. But so, why do I not? And, what am I doing? Well, remember, I make maps as well, so I'm doing that. I work for Preston Maps. I have to make a map a month for them to stay on the team. I make my own maps for my own enjoyment. I've made my own mapping team. If you didn't know that, this was a while ago, but, whatever, last year sometime. But, Team Block Sanity, I essentially am running the entire team, and so I have to put a lot of time into that. And it's a lot of work. I got other things I'm doing, and I love recording, but sometimes I just cannot find the energy to record, so I don't. I need to relax as well. I'm not using this as an excuse or anything, but I am definitely an introvert, and while it may not seem like recording is necessarily being extroverted, I'm like any sort of social activity, and somehow that equals a social activity in my mind. I'm not sure how it works because minds are weird, but any sort of social activity makes me exhausted. I am so just wiped by the end of a recording, and this isn't a bad thing. It's not saying like I'm putting so much effort into recording when I don't really want to or whatever. That was a voice crack. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I am wiped after recording usually, and it's difficult for me to edit the video right after I record it, and then if I don't edit it right after I record it, I have trouble finding motivation to edit the video. So it's a kind of like hole that I fall into frequently. I've made, I swear, probably hundreds of videos. I've fully recorded hundreds of videos and I just haven't posted them. I have a map recorded, edited, and exported. I just have to make the thumbnail and upload it to YouTube. But I can't find the motivation to do that. And then, I don't know, it's exhausting. So there's that, and I'm really trying to grow the mapping team, because while I can't see YouTube as a career for me ever happening, and I know that it could, and I don't, throw it out of my mind completely. I'm not, hopeless about it. I'm like, oh, no, I might as well not try. Map making is kind of a more viable career, and not even making maps, but the skills that I learn while making maps is so much more valuable, at least to me and the stuff that I'm interested in, than the skills I, gain and learn while I'm recording. So, to me, mapping is more important than recording. And right now, I'm in map mode. I have like 2 seasons, that's what I'd say. You know, like beginning of the school year, end of the year, I kind of have like this time when I just make videos and I'm not interested in mapping at all. I'd call it my demotivation period. I don't want to work on anything, so I just make a video because I find that relaxing. And it's, you know, I just said that takes out a lot of energy, but because it takes out a lot of energy, I'm able to then relax and kind of chill for a little while. So I have that period. Then I have a period where I'm overflowing with, and actually during the demotivation period, I tend to have more ideas than I do in the motivation period. I can't find the mindset to work on them. So then during the motivation period, I have all of these ideas that I've written out or, you know, even partially built, because sometimes I do kind of get started, but I don't think I rarely ever finish a map during that period. You can see it in how often I post maps, and you can actually see it with Reality Dreams Chapter 2 too. That map sucked so bad. Worst map I hate it. I hate it. You know, there's a few things I love about it. I love the models. Hate the actual map. Builds, I'm actually like, yeah, these are good builds. I like them. Hate the map. Gameplay, trash. Story, just as trash. And that's why I'm working on a remake, which, you know, you probably didn't know that. Of course you didn't know that. What the heck am I talking about? But yeah, I am working on a remake for the Reality Dreams that kind of brings my and Dimensional Traveler, who is our, I'm going to coin him as this, and he doesn't like to be shouted out, but he is our main writer, essentially, and we brought him on during Chapter 2, but he kind of left the story to us, and that was during my demotivation period, and it was bad. I just couldn't bring the motivation. I wanted to remake the map and not post Chapter 2. I'm voice cracking so much here, but I wanted to not post Chapter 2. I was like, this map is bad, I don't want to post it, I want to remake it, and then we can post it, and I just could not bring myself to remake it, and I'm like, we've been promising people this since December. Since the original map came out, we've been promising this map would come out in December, and it's already like February or January. I can't remember when we actually posted it. When I actually posted it, I'm like, we need to get this out. I can't. I won't be working on it because I'm in a demotivation period. I can't bring myself to work on it. And I just feel like I'm letting people down. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that. So, yeah, I hate that map. If you hate it, I share your opinion. It was trash. Alright. But, yeah, so that's kind of, I don't know. So, yeah, during my that was a tangent and a half there. But, yes, yeah, during my demotivation period, I come up with ideas. And then I have this little period in between where I come up with plenty of ideas, and I'm also working on that. And that is, I have that sometimes. And, you know, I just contradict myself. It's hard to do this freestanding vlog when I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm explaining, like, how I'm thinking. But yeah, there are exceptions, of course. During the demotivation period, sometimes I get a great idea and I flesh it out fully. And during the motivation period, well, there are often times when I just don't want to work. Because mapping is work. It works my brain. You know, just yesterday, not yesterday, Sunday or Monday, I stayed up till like 1 o'clock working on a map. And just one puzzle in a map, and couldn't get it to work. Yeah, it's hard. So yes, back on track here. Basically, I'm putting mapping as a priority over YouTube, so there are less videos, and I'm transitioning away from map video content, you know, making videos on maps, because it is generally more difficult to record that content, And I can't afford that. Because, you know, I'm not a shut-in either. I don't sit all day at my computer. I have, you know, this time, and I need this time and I also need time to myself where I just chill and, you know, watch a good anime or something. And yeah, you probably didn't know that, but I'm into anime. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Just, you know, where I can chill, watch a good anime, watch a good show, catch up on YouTube videos. You know, I'm invested in these series. I gotta watch them. So yeah, that's kind of my explanation. What's going on here? What's going on with the channel? Hope you guys watched through this entire thing. You probably didn't, but if you did, go ahead and comment Worcestershire sauce, if you can figure out how to spell that in the comments. People would be very confused. Yeah, that's gonna be weird. But don't forget to leave a like, comment down below Worcestershire sauce if you watched this part. Subscribe, you know, all the good stuff. I always forget to sell that out during my actual videos. I mean to, I swear. I want to be a sellout. That's gonna be my new profile picture. I can't do the same face again. Oh well, we'll just capture it. But yeah. So, hope you guys did enjoy. Hope this explains some things. Hope you kind of understand what's going on over here. Hope I kind of personalized some of this stuff. I'm a person. Hi. Oh my god. I fell backwards. Yeah. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you in the next video. That was a peace out, by the way. Yeah, betcha it was.